puffed out. Got a nice little fro going on. Hold on. I need to close the door. It's too loud in here. Ugh. Okay. So, growing my hair out, you guys. Uh, my hair needs to be at least 8 centimeters, and then I can go to the hairstylist and get my hair done. Believe it or not, I used to have super long hair. I think my hair was like to my little bit past my shoulders when I had dreadlocks. I don't think I'll get dreadlocks again, but I'm thinking some braids, you guys. Maybe some straight backs, maybe some pop smoke braids. But this fro is it's actually coming along pretty nice. Starting to get pretty thick. Thick, boy. So let's get to it. Sim theory, something that I've been interested in recently, and I'm not an expert on this subject at all. Just piqued my interest because, again, I feel like I'm a broken record saying this. There's a lot of stuff that sounds good, but once you peel back the layers, it's just stupid. Like sim theory, simulation theory, the idea that we all live in a simulation, a computer generated program, right? And that reality isn't real, man. So a couple simulation theory, I feel like can be uh, broken down, right, real easily um, with these 4 points, right? And it doesn't make sense, right, that we would live in a simulation. Number one, infinite regression. Two, it's self-defeating. Three, there's no way to really verify that we're in a simulation. And it just utilizes circular reasoning, right? So, you know, again, it's it's just a giant circle. There's no way to prove that we're actually in or not in a simulation. It's stupid. So, in order to prove that we live in a simulation, we need non-simulation, right? So there has to be a reality, right? That's, real life, right? For example, how do you know that someone has a fake iPhone? It's because you have a real iPhone and you can compare the two, right? So you take, like your Android, have it right next to your iPhone. You can see, oh, look at the back. Here's the logo. Here's the operating system. Here's the design. This is nothing like this. But with sim theory, we can't do that because there is no access to this real reality. Similar to the Matrix, right? You're in the world, right, which is the Matrix, right, this simulation, and then you get unplugged from the Matrix and you're like on some spaceship somewhere else. Got all these wires, hanging off, and they're like, "Oh, you got unplugged. You made it out of the simulation." Well, let's say that that actually happened, right? And you wake up, you're all wet, you got all these wires and stuff hanging from the back of your head, right? And they're like, "Oh yeah, you broke out of the simulation." How do you know that that's not a simulation, right? And then let's say that you find out that this spaceship you're on, this reality, is actually a simulation, and then you break out of there and you go somewhere else. And so now you're in a different place. Well, how do you know that that's not a simulation? See, and then you go somewhere else, and then you break away from that, and then you end up in this place. How do you know that that's not a simulation, right? So this can go on indefinitely, and you'll never truly know what is a real reality, because all the information that you're receiving could possibly be simulated, right? And it's it's a bit like, let's say you're trying to understand what happened uh in a certain situation. So like you went to a party last night, and you're trying to figure out what happened to this party, but you're getting all of your information from a guy named Jim, and Jim is a known liar. There can be no real valuable information that you get from Jim, because Jim is a liar. Everything he's telling you is false. So you can't ever uncover the truth about what exactly happened at this party. And that's similar to this whole simulation theory, right? But it actually goes even deeper, because you're not just getting information from one person or one source. You're actually embedded within this false reality. You're actually inside of this lie. So, all information you receive, right, all knowledge that you're getting could possibly just be perpetuating this illusion, right? So it's an infinite regress. It's self-defeating, and it's circular reasoning. We believe that simulation theory is possible. And why is that? Because possibly we live in a simulation, right? So it's it's circular, right? It tells you everything, but it proves nothing. Again, there's no way to actually prove that we're in a simulation, because we have no way to truly verify what the ultimate reality is. And if you can't determine or define the ultimate reality, it's self-refuting. Very simple. And there's a couple of, I mean, there's many responses that people will give as proof that we live in a simulated reality. But again, that's just affirming the conclusion. It's not actual evidence. For example, you might hear someone say like, "Oh, there's we experience deja vu, right? Or there's glitches in this reality, right? That's how we know that this is a simulation, because there's glitches in the simulation." Stupid. It's ridiculous. It's a lot of fun, right? It sounds cool, right? It sounds believable, and a lot of people will go with it, right? Because people don't actually care to really examine this stuff for themselves. But again, once you dig a little bit deeper into this, it has a lot of problems, and you see that it just reduces to absurdness, just absurdity. Now, if you guys have any evidence that we actually live in a, simulated or augmented reality, feel free to, share them. I'm all ears, you guys. But again, the main reason why this whole idea is stupid is because there's really no way to verify this, right? We need evidence of an ultimate reality, and because that's unattainable within a simulation, all information that you receive is just going to point you back to, oh, well, this could possibly be another simulation. Like that episode of Rick and Morty. If you guys ever watched it, you should definitely check it out. Oh, and by the way, today, you guys, we are having some pear, Elf Bar pear flavor. It's decent. I'd give it a probably 5 out of 10. It's not their best flavor, but it's decent. It's not really hitting though. Not hitting on nothing. Still doesn't compare to banana. But anyways, you guys, that is all I have for you today. Nice chatting with you. Thank you guys for popping in, showing the love. Make sure you do all of that fun YouTubey stuff, likey, subscribey. And let's see, am I gonna go live later? Perhaps. So I'll see you guys later. Ciao. Excuse me.